Okay, so this is part two of my Tales of Tanario experience, and right now I'm showing you where you should go next after you beat the first boss. Once you go through that tunnel, it's going to take you to this place. Once you're here, you'll be able to walk through these woods and you'll find new monsters. New monsters like this Spooder. Yes, this spider monster that you can find in this area. And this might come in handy when facing the second boss. Once you pass this log bridge, you're able to go through this giant gaping hole over here which takes you to a cave. And in this cave, you'll be able to fight plenty of trainers. You'll also be able to catch new monsters, one of them being Bulldog. Now, I've heard Bulldog is pretty good or hard to catch. Right now is probably a good time to show you how to actually change your character's moves, like the monster's moves. This is what you do. You go over here to this screen and you click those circle arrows, and it gives you a chance to switch out the moves with newer moves that you've learned over time. And if you want to actually know what the moves do, you have to exit out and go back in to read them. Because there's some sort of design issue, that's why you have to do that. Once that's done, you'll be facing lots more trainers. I'm showing it on the screen. And some of them you can't walk around or dodge interfering with. You kind of have to face them. And I understand how the games work, but I felt like the creator put too many trainers in between this route when I thought it was a bit overwhelming. Once you get to this bridge, you don't need to worry about falling in because this is Roblox. And so when you walk back over like this, you can clearly see that I'm standing on air. You go through here, it takes you to this other place where a cutscene plays and this giant boulder comes falling crashing down. But a construction guy comes over and he ends up talking with you and he basically tells you like, hey kid, don't worry, I'm gonna get this removed, but it's gonna take some time. And this being a game, that means you need to go somewhere else and then come back later. That's all that really means. And so I end up going over here. I hope you saw the green crystal on the side. Go down this pathway through this cave again. I think it's the same cave, but just a different section. Once I go down this pathway, I go through here, and it takes me to this lava area, the mine depths. It's deeper into there. It takes me over to this lava area. So I go through here, and I get all the way to the very back, the very end, and this cutscene happens. There's a cutscene of this man talking. He has this headset on. He's kind of a weirdo, but he's saying, "Oh, don't you see how impressive this place is?" And then he gives you this item later on. He heals your team too, by the way. I'm pretty sure he healed my team. While I was down here, I came across this monster. You know the monster that appears in the beginning of the game? And I was like, oh, cool. I finally found one of these. But I tried to catch it and I was not able to catch it. So I think it might have a low catch rate. So just be mindful of that. You might have to try a bunch of times or wait for a stronger can. I don't know. So I get out and I can go back through this pathway that was originally blocked. Now that it's not blocked, I gotta face more trainers. Once I go down over here, I'm entering a new place and the cutscene happens. And during this cutscene, you meet the new boss that you have to face, the guy with the hat. He's a chef, and you're gonna have to battle him later on. Your friends are talking with you and they're introducing him to you. Once that's done, you're gonna have to fight your rival. You're gonna have to battle your rival. So hopefully your team is not too damaged from all those trainer matches. So your rival wants to battle you, and they're not too hard so long as you can take out like the third one she sends out, which is like some flying squirrel looking thing. I'm showing you how her team was set up, who she had on her team, so you know what to expect. And then finally she sends out her starter, which is now evolved. It's called Lunaire. After this match, one of my monsters evolved, and I got this monster in particular because it had an awesome look to it whenever it evolves. I saw online. I'll leave a link in the comment section as to where to find more information about this game. And then once you make it to the actual health station, you can go upstairs and there should be more items that you can buy. Be sure to read the items so you don't waste your money on something you don't actually want if it doesn't work how you want it to work. I'm talking about your in-game currency. This is how you actually get to the health station once you're in this new town. I'll show you right here on the screen. See how it takes you directly to the health station? It didn't say Tano Station from what I remember. I had to figure it out on my own how to get to this place. Once you're there, you can heal your team. Okay, so if you want to face the boss, you're going to have to go up this ramp and go directly to this giant building over here. And that's where you can face the boss. Behind the lobby is a restaurant, so you just skip past the front desk and then a cutscene happens when you enter the Everless Stadium. This guy ends up talking to you and he basically asks you like, are you ready to face the boss and his challenge? One of the waiters comes out and he's like, yeah, even though I'm supposed to be a waiter right now, I can stop doing this and then battle you and ask you weird questions that you're probably gonna get wrong, which I got them wrong. But that's because I skipped the actual little mini game he wanted me to do. So once I'm done battling him for the first round, he ends up glitching up. As soon as the round ends, he collapses and falls down like that. And then I fall down too, wondering what the heck's going on. So I end up moving him over off to the side, and I start talking to him again, and he's passing through the floor. But we continue the conversation, this little trial or whatever. I finally get through that, and I rush over here. I rush over here to one of the ends of the back of the room, and that's where the boss is, the second boss. So I run down like I want all the smoke in the world, and the match starts. We start talking, and we go straight into the match. He sends out his monsters, but because I have the bird on my team, and the bird is awesome, I end up cutting through his entire team, basically spamming the same move. Yes, I was guilty of spamming the same move, but it was for a reason. Because every time I use this move, my attack power goes up. So what else am I going to do? It's a super effective attack, and every time I use it, my attack power goes up. Then yeah, I'm going to spam that move. I'm going to cut through his team because they all have the same weakness. So I'll be showing you what type of team he had set up. And once again, the cool thing that happened, like I didn't even get to see his ultimate transformation or whatever, because some of them do that. If they survive long enough, I think they do some sort of transformation, which is like a mega evolution to try to help themselves win. But if you manage to knock them out in one shot, they're not gonna have time to do that, which is what I did. Whenever it came to his final monster, I just one shotted it, and I was pretty happy about that. So right after the battle was over, one of my monsters evolved. It was Spooder, which transformed. And I was surprised that it didn't evolve before because I was hoping to get it to evolve before in case I actually needed it in this match. I ended up not needing it at all. So I beat him and he gives me a sprout medal. Not only does he give me a sprout medal, but he teaches me a new technique that helps me to climb up vines, which I'm going to need this technique to make it to the third boss, which is called Manzi. And I'm expecting this third boss to be more challenging, or at least I'm hoping they'll be more challenging.
If you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to subscribe and like and share. Find out what happens next time on the OFC.